It's Friday, it's night, it's live improv, and it's New York City, around the country, and around the world. We are here doing improv for you and have a wonderful cast. I got Sandi, and I got Amanda, and Shari, Margaret, Dawn, Barry, and Stephanie. I almost said my own name before I said yours, Don. Scotty, like I'm a completely unusual person. Hey, the very first thing we're going to do for you now is called Goon River. Goon River. Goon River is we're gonna interview a lot of the people from Goon River. It's a small town. Goon River is a small town. Now, I don't know if you remember this. What is a big event in the life of a small town? Yeah, Barry.
I believe it was when the new hook and ladder fire engine came to town.
The new hook and ladder fire engine. I don't know if you remember this, but the day that the new hook and ladder fire engine came to Goon River was a really, really big day. Wow. It was. Now, a lot of the people in the town were for it and some were against it, but nobody was neutral. I know that. Hey, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to meet some of the people from Goon River. We're going to meet them right now, right here in our little forum. Let's start with you. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Zoom has done a weird thing with all the names, and you all have the wrong names. I don't know who Shari Sambursky was, but what's your name, ma'am?
I'm Sally Mae Jenkins.
Sally Mae Jenkins. Nice to meet you. And what did you? Is it M-A-Y or M-A-E, Sally Mae?
It's M-A-E.
The classy version. I like it. And what did you do in Goon River?
I'm the town librarian.
Oh, cool. Every good town's got to have a good library. Now, the new hook and ladder fire engine, how'd you feel about that?
Well, I like it. I like anything to do with ladders. Ladders is how I get up to the toll books on the high shelves.
Oh, that makes total sense. Of course a librarian would love a hook and ladder fire engine. Someone's going to pay for making me say that 50 times tonight. Hook and ladder fire engine. It's hard to say there. Oh, I see. This one gentleman has changed his name already. Stuart Bender. Can you tell us what you did in the town of Goon River?
Well, I did lots of different things, but I'm a potterer and I would make pottery. Had my own little store. I've been there for many, many years. And of course, you want to come down, I got a special tomorrow, a special on candlesticks made out of pottery. They do break.
Oh, they would. Okay, you want some pot? You talk to Stuart. And the new hook and ladder fire engine, what, were you for it or against it?
Well, I'm against it.
You're against it? Why?
I'm against it. I don't think we need a new fire engine and hook and ladder. There's no building in all of our town, which is over 4 stories anyway. So what do you need a hook and ladder for?
Okay, that's sound thinking from the guy that makes clay candles. How about you? I want to talk to you, Madeline Brown. Have I said that right, Madeline?
Yes, people call me Maddie.
Oh.
You can call me Maddie.
Can I call you Maddie?
Yeah, Maddie or Madeline, whichever one you prefer.
Oh,
my grandma calls me Maddie.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm going to call you Maddie. What did you do in Goon River?
Well, I'm 18. I just finished high school, and I have such a crush on the firefighters. This gives me an excuse to go down to the firehouse and visit them. Okay. And kind of flirt a little bit and admire the new fire engine.
Oh, okay. You're gonna admire their fire engine, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay, dynamite. Let's talk to you, Dennis. Dennis Cooperman. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm an independent contractor. I build a lot of things out of wood,
Sure.
and that's pretty much me. I'm the town's leading go-to builder.
Now, as the town's leading go-to builder, what's your position on this new hook and ladder fire engine?
I don't like it.
Oh.
Now, there has been a little bit of I wouldn't say problem. There's been a little bit of an occurrence of fires in our city, town. And, well, this new hook and ladder, frankly, there's no fires and I have nothing to build.
Okay. So for economic reasons, I see. Let's go from the economic to the spiritual. Let's talk to Rabbi Mohammed Goldberg. Nice to meet you, Rabbi.
Oh, nice to meet you, all of you. Yes, very nice. Thank you for all coming to today's wonderful event. Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I get to meet you guys. I'm assuming you were the spiritual leader in Goon River.
I am. I'm the only clergy here in Goon River. I bring all the peoples together under one roof.
Oh, that's very okay. That's beautiful. Now,
Yes, it's beautiful.
first, I want to talk about the new hook and ladder fire engine. Whether you're for it or against it.
Oh, I know that on one side of the good book, we want to stay traditional. We want to stay in one way, but the other side is innovation and technology. I have to say that I am for and against both the hook and the ladder, but that's fun because my people bring me much joy and love.
Okay, so we got about as much clarity as we often do. Let's go from our spiritual leaders. Let's go to Massalina Concerta Marie Sophia. Sophie, did I say that right? Massalina?
Massalina Concerta Marie Sophie.
Okay, beautiful. What can I call you unless you want me to call you that every time?
Well, Massalina is my grandmother. Concerta is my husband's grandfather. Marie Sophie was my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother.
Which of these is you?
But that's my name.
Okay, so all of them is you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try Massalina Concerta Marie Sophie.
Marie Sophie.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna call you then.
Oh, Madonna mia.
I appreciate that. What'd you do in the town?
It's so beautiful here now with the clouds and the stars. So beautiful. In the town, I worked for Walmart as a cashier.
Honestly, I expected something a little bit classier and more European.
Oh, no, I don't work for money, just for fun.
Oh, just for fun, you go to the Walmart and work for 12-hour shifts.
Cook, you eat, the manja, you eat. I cook.
You cook at the Walmart?
No, I cook at home. I just eat and get some money, so do something, see some friends, hang some clothes. Oh, my.
It's not special. That's literally why everyone works, is to get money for food.
That's just the big C people.
Okay.
To play bingo with,
Okay, this is a completely unusual Walmart, but we're gonna go and visit it later. Oh, the fire engine, for or against it?
Oh, the fire engine combined, it clogs up the traffic, and I can't get to work, and I can't go to bingo and play poker with my friends. Just get in the way. We don't need that.
It's no good. All right, then. Finally, last but certainly not least, Miss Scarlett Jones. Tell us about yourself.
I am Miss Scarlett.
Hello.
And I have been named after the Scarlett. And I run a candle shop in town.
Do you know
I make candles specifically for Stuart Bender's candlesticks.
Interesting.
And I hand dip them. I hand dip the wicks in the wax. All different sizes.
Well,
I also make them scented.
you also make a what?
Scented.
Make them scented,
Oh, scented.
smell good.
Scented. I didn't. Okay, good. Now, somebody who's in the candle business, would you be for or against a new hook and ladder fire engine?
I'm not for that hook and ladder fire company.
What? Why
We
not?
are a small town because the gulch is not far from Goon River and Gulch. They have 2 fire trucks, and that is close enough to come if we should need them. We don't need them that often. And besides, poor Dennis is laying off people. He's got nothing to build.
Well, I appreciate.
We don't need no stinking fire truck in this town.
All right.
We're a little town.
All right. That makes sense. Although I want to go talk to Dennis now, because I don't think waiting for things to burn down so you can rebuild them is the best business strategy. Dennis, tell us the day before they delivered the new fire engine. What were you doing?
Well, first of all, I went to visit Miss Scarlett and picked up my weekly allotment of candles. I get a case every week from her.
Okay.
And like normal, I just lit them in my home only. And it was the darndest thing. All of a sudden, part of the Walmart caught on fire.
Oh.
No one really knows what happened because the security cameras were out, but that was my day. And then the next day, this fire truck comes in, and what am I to do?
Well, we'll get to that in a second. You know what? I want to jump to the fire in the Walmart. Now, Massalina Concerta Marie Sophie.
Oh, that was Vaselina.
I have an accent. I'm Canadian. So the day before the fire engine was delivered, there was a fire at the Walmart. Were you there?
Yes, of course I was there. Miss Scarlett Jones brought some candles to my house, and I brought them to the Walmart, and I was showing them to the friends, and I put the candles on the register for everybody to see. It was so beautiful. Bella, beautiful.
And it led to some kind of fire.
Well, somebody knocked over the candle.
Yeah, that happens.
Driving crazy, the kids are running around and they knocked over the candle.
I understand.
It's gonna happen.
You know who is somebody who would be deeply affected by fire? Now, Sally Mae Jenkins, the day before the fire engine arrived, there was a big fire at the Walmart. I just wanted to know what you were up to in the library.
Oh, sure. So I get candles for the library from Scarlett Jones because, well, you see, it's a little smelly in the library. So I like to make sure that it smells good in there while people read. Also, turns out some people like to read by candlelight. Go figure. So I was getting my new shipment of the candles in, and I was placing them throughout on the counters, on the tables, and I was lighting them up so then peoples who want to read by candlelight, well, they can while it smells good in there.
Okay, that makes sense. So, but there were no big fires or anything in the library, I'm assuming.
Well, see, there was this one person who was reading by candlelight and got the book a little close to the flame. Whole thing set on fire.
Do we know who that person is?
Well, I don't want to rat Stuart Bender out, but it was Stuart.
I knew it. Stuart, let's talk about the day before they delivered the fire engine. I understand that there was a small mishap in the library, a little fire, because you got your book too close to your candle.
Well, I I don't really remember the whole incident. I certainly had done one of the most beautiful candelabras made out of very special pottery, and I delivered it just as like Sally Mae wanted me to do, to be able to light up the library. He says, "Can you light up the library?" And that's what I did. I lighted it up.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I don't think that's what they meant, but Miss Scarlett Jones, I want to talk about the day before they delivered the fire truck. What were you doing? Everybody seems to have your candles, but what were you up to?
Because I have special candles and they are dripless candles. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that way it preserves the beauty of Stuart Bender's candlesticks. And it won't make a mess in Sally Mae's library, so she doesn't have to clean the tables. They're dripless and they're beautiful and they light up on the sides and the top, and there's a nice little aroma. So it puts people in a peaceful mood.
Oh, lovely. Well, that explains why you're so popular. Let's go talk to Rabbi Mohammed Goldberg about the day before they delivered the fire engine.
Yes, thank you so much. I was sitting in the Muskogog, where we have our wonderful spiritual services. In the Muskogog we bring out so many people, and I was just I was checking the inventory for the candles. You know, we have the candles for all of our spiritual services, and I realized that there are no candles in the Muskogog, and so I had to go over to Scarlett Jones and I beg a little bit. I'm just going to beg for some very nice candles for the Muskogog.
Oh, that's lovely. Is it a Muskogog or a Muskogog and apple? An apple or an apple? Muskogog or an apple?
It's where it's where we have our bingo night.
Oh well, then it's definitely a Muskogog and apple.
Yeah, tabernacles. Yeah.
Yes. Last but not least, of course, in this round, Madeline Brown, you must have been looking forward to this because of your love of firefighters. But tell us what you were doing the day before.
Well, ever since I heard the new fire truck is arriving, I've been going over to the firehouse to check to see if it's arrived. I was ready to flirt with the fireman. And the firehouse is right next door to the library. And my grandma asked me to pick up a library book from her that Sally Mae had promised her. So I walked to the library, and lo and behold, a book caught fire.
You knew about that.
Yeah, but it was just a little fire, nothing too serious. They made such a big fuss about it. You would think that, the whole town had burnt down, but it was just a little fire. They put it out pretty quickly. And then, I walked over to the firehouse. The fire truck had not yet arrived. So I went back home.
Okay. Well, this is a town that I think, not to disagree with some of you, but I think really needed a new fire truck. You guys have a lot of fires. I want to talk about the day that the fire truck was delivered and the day that everything happened. All of the unfortunate events. Let's start with you, Miss Scarlett Jones. Tell us about what happened that day.
Oh, well, I will tell you, and I will tell you the truth. I was delivering my candles, and this big old truck comes barreling down. We are a small town. Our streets are not big enough. And the fire truck was kind of going on the curb. And alongside of it were walking those firemen. And there was Madeline just trailing them. And they were shirtless. They were shirtless on their first day in town. And they had the suspenders down. And I was shocked. How can you come to this town looking like that? So I stormed them. I had my candles in my hand, and I had one of Stuart Bender, one of his big candelabras, and I had candles in each little place, and I lit them, and it was like a torch. And I am just using it like they were fire vampires. Stay back. And as I was going forward and they were coming this way, my foot got caught in that damn fireman's suspender.
Okay.
That was hanging down, and I tripped and fell under the wheel of that fire truck that went up on the curb, and I died.
I will be damned.
Way before my time.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Okay. Marcelina Concerta Marie Sophie.
Marcelina Concerta Marie Sophie.
Yeah, I think that was pretty close. What happened on that day? What happened to you?
Oh, Madonna mia. So the kids are knocking over those candles. That caused a fire. And I couldn't go to bingo. Unbelievable.
Man.
And the Scarlett Jones, the maker of these candles that know a dripper. I think that they dripper because there's a lot of fires going on here.
Yeah.
Stuck underneath the wheel. All of this commotion. The fire's going. The kids are knocking over. Maddie's following the firemen. Trying to get a date with the fireman. Oh, Madonna mia. I just say, oh, come on, the manja. I made her these cookies. You gotta manja. You gotta eat the cookie. And as the kids are coming for the cookie and they knock over the candle and the scarlet's under the tire, I trip over the cookie that fell on the floor. I trip over it. I hit my head right on the cash register.
Right there with Miss Scarlett dead under a truck.
Didn't get burned in the fire.
Oh, that's terrible. What an awful way to go. Well, hopefully the rabbi was there and saw to your spiritual needs. Although something happened to you. What happened to you, Rabbi?
Oh, I was invited. I was asked to give the blessing, the first blessing over the hook and ladder truck.
Yeah.
And I said, of course, I would love to bless in all the faiths, all the worlds. I did this. I climbed the ladder as I could go to reach Allah and Hashem and God. And I had the candles in my hand, and I was up on the ladder.
Oh no!
Speak with God, and the candle dripped. It was supposed not to drip. Under my robe, and I became a human fireball on the ladder. And I was sent up to, oh no, I was sent down.
You were sent somewhere.
Yes.
Oh, that is too bad. That is really too bad. Although it would have been a festive spectacle, I would think. It looked nice. You're up on a ladder. Hey, speaking of up on ladders and construction equipment and whatnot, Dennis, talk to us about what happened to you the day they delivered that fire truck and all this other stuff was going on.
That was a particularly bad day.
Okay.
I came by, I saw all the cacophony you heard just now. The rabbi was a giant glowing ball of fire. And for some reason, those shirtless firemen had oiled themselves up. So he came down that ladder. The shirtless fireman caught on fire.
Oh.
I, for no fault of my own, had a lot of matches in my pockets. And I became part of this large glowing ball of fire. I was dead.
Yeah, what a bad day to have a bunch of matches in your pocket. Oh, wow, that's awful. Okay. Well, I'm sure that nearby, if there were shirtless, oiled up firefighters, that Madeleine Brown was somewhere nearby. Maddie, what happened to you that day?
Yeah, I heard the fire truck had finally come to town, so I was all set to head out there, but I had to stop at Walmart to pick up something, and there was an accident at Walmart. That Marcelina person,
Yes.
who's always hanging around there, she fell and hit her head.
Yeah.
So my grandma said to me, run, get the fire truck, get the fire truck because they may be able to help her because the firemen are also our policemen. So I ran to get to, and I saw the fire truck and I saw these gorgeous firemen with no shirts. But you know what? They suddenly caught fire. And the rabbi, wow. And you know what? The rabbi suddenly fell right on top of me and squished me. And he's pretty heavy. And I only weigh about, I don't know, not very much. So boom, I hit my head and that was that.
Oh, my goodness. I think when a rabbi, imam, priest falls from the sky and crushes you dead, you need to re-examine your lifestyle, frankly. Stuart, a lot of the town used your candle holders, but what happened to you that day?
One word, fire. Fire.
More fire? What happened?
Fire. So I went into to the Walmart, and there's Marcelina Cachetta Marie Sophie, and she's got fire with the children. And I went over to the library, and Sally Mae Jenkins she's always playing with fire, and she was with fire. And I was thinking Miss Charlotte and Jones, who has a connection with my candles, would certainly have dripless candles. And
Yes.
I go outside and everything's on fire. So I scream, fire, fire, fire. And what happens? A fire truck appears going down the street with this flash of fire on top. There's no water. There's no water coming from the hook and ladder. They did not put any water in the truck.
Sure.
So it was on fire.
Oh, dear.
I screamed, fire, fire. The shirtless firemen see me standing in front of them going, fire, there's a fire here. There's a fire there. There's a fire. Come, put the fires out.
Sure.
And he rolled right over me.
Wow, that was unexpected. I thought it was going to have something more to do with fire.
Oh, got hit by the damn truck.
Damn truck. Well, Sally Mae, I got to say that everyone else in town seemed to die by their own folly, their own choices, like having a big pocket full of matches, for example. But you were the most level-headed person I got to talk to in Goon River. What happened to you that day?
Well, I'll tell you, it was real sad.
Mm.
So I had just gotten done cleaning up the mess from the fire that Stuart started. And I was dusting all the fire stuff off the books. And I decided, hey, let's go to Temple and play bingo. It's my favorite pastime. Well, on my way there was just a mess in the street, dead, burnt bodies everywhere. Fire truck had run them over. I could nearly believe it. So I start to run, right, and screaming, help, help. And as I'm running, I trip over the burnt bodies.
Oh.
I go head first into a fire that had been started somehow. I think it was from one of those idiots had matches in her pocket.
Oh, yeah, I know. Dennis did, yeah.
And I too got burned alive.
I'm so disappointed. I thought, oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for sharing your stories all the way from Goon River. And thank you for joining us this evening for a whole bunch of improv. Got a great cast. We're going to be back with more games, more scenes, more toys. Oh boy, in just a minute. So you hang around. We'll be right back.